Everyone loves to save money.
And we're here to help you play the best games at the lowest possible price. Hi, I'm Marky.
And I'm Freddy. And today we got a lot of PlayStation deals, so we might split it into 2 or 3 videos. And with that being said, let's get started.
Our first set of deals is going to be over at Best Buy. There's actually been a couple price drops here, but the ones that we want to pay special attention to, the one I have, is Lego Marvel's Avengers for $8.49. And while we mentioned Lego games before, it needs to be said again, these are very, very accessible games. And with Marvel being as big as ever, these do include characters not from the movies and other things too, but of course, I feel like there's something new Marvel coming out every minute, so it could be proven wrong. But the fact of the matter is you got drop-in, drop-out co-op, you've got a silly comedic story with that Lego writing from the movies and such, and you've got Marvel, which is always a good combination. And those drop down in price a good while. And I know normally bundles, but people who are just looking for a singular experience, $8.49 is a great get for any Marvel and Lego fan.
The other game that I would like to mention at Best Buy is Until Dawn for $10. Whenever this game go on sale, I have to mention it because it's a great party game. It's a thriller with a slightly scary story, but still very fun, it will really grab your attention to the very end. Your decisions and the buttons that you choose, you click, and the decisions that you make will really affect what's going to happen to each character. So it's definitely replayable. Every time you play it, you might end up with a different storyline and maybe different ending. I heard that the story has around 15 endings. So it's a great party game. If you play it with friends, it's going to make some tension, some great laugh, and some scary moments. Now moving on to Target. I didn't find a lot of great deals for games. However, you can still price match. So any games that we mention at another retailers, you can price match it at Target. However, I want to mention that some people who have Red Card and have Target app, they received a special offer of $40 back in rewards if you spend $110 by June 27. You still qualify for 5% discount on Red Card when you do this purchase. So I feel it's really worth mentioning. If you really buy a lot of things from Target anyway, you can easily reach this $40 reward. In order to qualify, usually you have to create a free account and sign up for Red Card. Red Card is basically, you can do it, apply credit card or the debit card. I chose the debit card because there's no application for it, you just link your account. And this way you have a Red Card with you that immediately take 5% discount on any purchase that you make and allow you to receive great offers like this one that I'm mentioning right now. Now, GameStop has been a mess lately because their website doesn't have weekly ads, it doesn't have daily deals anymore. So in order to find deals, you have really to dig and dive deep into the website to find what you can. And here's a few deals that we found for you. First one is buy 2, get 1 on new games, not the pre-owned one. And this will apply on select titles. We're going to mention now a few of them in a second, but here's another deals that GameStop is offering. 20% off if you buy 2 games for PS5. And then the third one is that if you buy 4 games where each game is $9.99 or less, you'll get 4 games for $20. So not bad deals. There's some games that you can take advantage of, and I'll let Marky start with the first game that he found at GameStop.
GameStop's current promotion is a buy 2, get 1 free on select titles, which those are pretty common, but there's actually some that I wanted to pay some special attention to. One of them being Tales of Arise for $19.99. I'm pretty confident this is the lowest that we've seen it go. This is the most recent in the Tales of series. It's I've yet to play it, but from obviously a JRPG perspective, this is one of the more highly regarded ones. Just because this is now the one in the next generation. The story's been getting, I think, a little darker even compared to what the other Tales games that I played. And of course, great stunning visuals. The Tales combat is of course really fantastic, a good mix of random encounters with action-based combat. And if that's more your style, then this is the game to get. And honestly, maybe a part of me was a bit hesitant because of the full price, but $19.99 is a fantastic get because, like I said, I think this is the lowest we've seen. And another one that I always like to mention is Sonic Colors Ultimate. It's at $19.99, dropping from its $50 price tag, being a remastered version of Sonic Colors that was available only on the Wii. This one is a one that kind of fell under the radar because of its system exclusivity at the time. But it's 3D Sonic mixed with 2D Sonic, so you kind of get a mixture for those who are more the old school fans versus the ones who like the new 3D formulas. Story's got a very simple but comedic concept, and honestly, it was a breath of fresh air at the time. And it's just a nice, I would say, comfort game. Coming from a big Sonic fan, it's a comfortable game to play. And that's why a $20 investment is probably the best way to go for it, especially if you've been hesitant about Sonic in the past. And another one is Necromunda Hired Gun for $8.99. This is the lowest I've seen for it. And while I haven't played the game, I have seen like the cover art, I've seen a little bit of gameplay. It's kind of like, you know, it's in the Warhammer universe, first of all, but I believe it can be a pretty decent experience on its own. I don't think you need to be too familiar with a lot of the Warhammer world, but just kind of going with the shooter aspects. And since Warhammer is really starting to branch out into a whole bunch of different things with its game categories. And yeah, I mean, a lot of these shooters can get overlooked in the height of all the big ones that come out. And so these ones can go on sale pretty easily. But people who are looking for maybe something a little bit different, something a little more high fantasy or high space fantasy, whatever you want to call Warhammer, $8.99 is a great get to go for it.
Another great game for buy two, get one at GameStop is Resident Evil 2 for $19.99. This is a great price for this game. I mention it a lot because I really like it. It's definitely on the scary side, not just thriller, but in a good way. You have limited amount of bullets. You're gonna think 3 times before you use each bullet, so you'll be on your toes the entire time. The graphics was remastered in a beautiful way. I hope Capcom keep up this great work. The game is not that long, maybe 10 hours, but definitely worth playing. You don't need to play any previous Resident Evil to understand this game. So I find it like also another good game to combine with buy two, get one if you don't have it already. Continuing with GameStop, another game that is part of buy two, get one is The Medium for $18.99. This price is very fair for this game. It doesn't go on discount or on sale that much. For example, on PlayStation Store, it's still around the $30 range, which I feel too much for this game, considering it's not made by a AAA title, still considered an indie game. Maybe it takes 7, maybe 6 hours to beat. So $20 is great deal at GameStop, especially if you can combine it with buy two, get one, and apply the $5 monthly coupon if you remember. That will drop the price even more. The Medium is really more on the thriller side, and it's made in a very interesting way where you'll be seeing the same thing from 2 different perspectives, the human and the soul perspective. You're gonna have cinematic shots, and even the game recommend that you put headphones when you play it because the sound is top-notch. The story is very intriguing, it's gonna grab your attention, and you definitely gonna enjoy solving the puzzle, and has many of them. The only downside is that the game is very short, and that's why I was really hesitant of paying $30 or $40 for the price when it was first released.
And wouldn't you know it, it's that time of the video where if you've been enjoying what you've been seeing, or if you learned a little bit something on how to save some money, feel free to click the like button, also comment, and of course subscribe. We're always interested in building our community of dreamers who are looking to play the best games, but don't really want to break the bank doing it. We are branching out, as we've mentioned a few times, in some other avenues, one of them being Instagram, and the other one being our YouTube Shorts, because, well, there's flash sales and big things that can come up for a very limited amount of time. And to make sure you don't miss out on those, we want to keep you informed of that as well.
Also, whenever we reach 300 subscribers, we will be giving $10 gift card for PlayStation Store to a lucky subscriber, somebody who really follow our channel and maybe leave us a comment, feedback, or follow us on social media. I will have a link in the description below if you would like to participate in the giveaway. Now moving on to digital games, which were presented by PlayStation Store. There's a lot of games on sale, maybe more than 400 games, so it's impossible for us to cover everything, but we're gonna cover the highlight. We're gonna cover a few games in this video, but we're gonna have part 2 and maybe part 3, so stay tuned whenever we post these videos.
Some games I want to mention for the PlayStation Store deals is Kena Bridge of Spirits, hanging out at $24.99. This was an interesting game in the fact that it was built by a studio that was doing a lot of like CG animated, I believe, shorts. I know there was a famous Zelda tune that they did, and they wound up growing into a studio that made their own title. And the game looks visually fantastic. The combat, I would say, is a bit standard. It's not to diss the game at all. It's more built around its story, and with the visuals complementing it so well, the game is definitely worth a shot. And at $25, it was a great get because it's essentially almost half off from when it launched physically, at least back in November, I believe. But it's still a great get anyways. Another one is a popular one on this channel, but I want to bring it up because it's got some extra news, and that's Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order for $9.99. And I'm excited because being a Star Wars fan who's just come back from Celebration, I got to see the teaser for Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which is interesting. Of course, the Obi-Wan Kenobi show has been coming out, and there's some kind of allusions to things in Fallen Order because it's taking place around the same timeline. I don't want to nerd out too much, but I'm encouraging the game to be played more than ever, and $10 is even better. If you have a PlayStation 5, it has an upgrade path as well, so that way you can take advantage of your 4K TV, your 60 frame, all that stuff, to play it in the best quality possible. And even better, it's $10, and you're prepping yourself for a fantastic sequel that's hopefully on the way very soon.
Now I'm gonna mention another classic, Crash Nitro Team Racing for $13.99. This is a great, fun racing game, very similar to Mario Kart. Definitely Mario Kart is one of the best. Crash Bandicoot is not as good as Mario Kart, however, it's still very fun. It doesn't rely on the weapons that you get on the road that much because it's gonna rely on the nitro that you can create for yourself whenever you do successful drifting. The game gonna challenge you. Every level has its secret path, so people who play the game more will definitely have an advantage. It's very competitive in a fun way, and you can play up to 8 players together online with your friends, so that will make the game very fun, especially at this price. You can't go wrong if you take it. Another good game on sale is Dreams for $7.99. It's called Dreams because basically you can create your dream game in whatever level or style that you want to do. The game will allow you to do for the most part. Of course, there's extra content for extra money, but you still be able to create and share it with other people. And as long as you have PlayStation Plus membership, you'll be able to play what other people created and shared online. So you should not be bored that easily from this game. There's always something new in it. And I saw many videos and I was surprised and shocked by the creativity of some of these players. The game is on sale. It doesn't go lower, especially for digital, and that's why I'm mentioning it. And definitely, if you have that passion and the time and the energy to put into this, definitely this game is for you. Thank you guys for watching.
Yes, and of course, anything in the comments down below discussion-wise. Any of these games that you've played before, any ones that you're interested from another system, are now you interested because they're on sale? Any and all discussion, we're always happy to hear it down below.
Also remember, if you got Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Xbox Series, we got you covered. We have playlists for those, so make sure you check those videos. And please subscribe to our channel. It will really help us a lot.
See you real soon.
See you.